Hey, good morning. Today is Thursday, July 10th, 2025. The time now is 11:41 a.m. I'd like to call this meeting of the Hawaii Law Enforcement Standards Board meeting to order. It is being conducted pursuant to Chapter 92. Um, let's start. Victor, can you start with the roll call so we can establish quorum?
I am at the public meeting location. Are you getting an echo?
Slightly.
Stand by. All right, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I apologize. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to switch my audio right now. Okay. Do we have a designee for Attorney General Ann Lopez?
Yes, this is First Deputy Attorney General Matthew Devanch. I am in my office alone.
DLE Director Mike Lambert?
Mike, we can't hear you for some reason.
Mike Lambert, I'm present and I'm in my office alone.
And I'm sorry, I forgot to ask if you were alone, Matt.
Yes, I am alone in my office.
DNLR designee Jason Radula?
Jason Redula, Chair's designee for Board of Land and Natural Resources, present in my personal office alone.
And we have a designee for Gary Yamashiroya.
Yeah, this is Gary Suganuma, Director, Department of Taxation. I'm in my office and I am alone. Thank you.
Chief Vanek, Honolulu Police Department.
One sec, Victor. If you can circle back and take the other members. I'm getting messages that they're trying to get in.
I'll move forward. Chief K, Kauai Police Department.
Hi, good morning, Kalani K. I'm in my office alone.
Chief Pelletier, Maui Police Department.
Greg Okamoto on behalf of Chief Pelletier. I'm present and alone.
And is Chief Moskowitz online or waiting to get online? Hawaii County.
I was informed that the Big Island Police Commission has a meeting that started at 10 that is still going.
Okay.
Chief Moskowitz, Gary Bird, and Bobby Cavaco all informed me that they're at that meeting and they're going to try and jump on if they can.
Okay, and those are my three next people on the list, followed by Jared Radula,
Hello, I'm present in my office alone.
Board Chair Adrian Dagwa,
Present and alone in my office.
Board Member Craig Tanaka,
Present and alone in my office. I don't know if you guys have a lot of echo. I do.
as soon as I can, I'll switch over to my earbuds so I don't have a echo here at the public meeting location. And Harry Kubajiri, board member.
And Harry said he couldn't make it today.
That's my roll call if it matches your list, Adrian, with the exception to circle back for Chief Moskowitz, Bobby Cavaco, and Sherry Bird.
Thank you. Can circle back to HPD.
Yeah, Vic, Chief Logan here, Chief Annex on the phone right now, but he'll be stepping in. We're alone in a conference room.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay, so with that, do we have quorum? I count 10. Okay, can you guys hear me? Okay, at this time, I welcome the members from the public that are here for today's meeting. Is there anyone that from the public that would like to submit testimony upon any of the agenda items at this time? At least identify yourself and what agenda items you'd like to submit testimony on.
We do have a member of the public here at the public meeting location who has previously supplied written testimony via email.
When was that email received?
I wouldn't consider it testimony, but
Public meeting member is Brian Black. He does not remember when he submitted the email.
Okay.
But he does not intend to have his email contents recognized as testimony for the meeting.
Okay. I see Josh Parker raising his hand from the policing project. Josh, can you let us know what agenda item you'd like to submit testimony on?
In the Q&A, he said pursuit policy and administrative rules.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else wishing to submit testimony at this time? All right. Okay, let's jump to item number 3 on our agenda with regards to the March 6th and April 9 open session meeting minutes.
Chairperson Dakwa, do you want me to cover meeting accessibility?
Please, excuse me, jump the gun.
I apologize again. I have not been able to switch over to my earbuds yet. Welcome to today's scheduled meeting. For internet access to view the meeting and provide live oral testimony, please use the link at the top of the printed agenda. You will be asked to enter your name, and the board requests that you enter your full name, but you may use a pseudonym or other identifier if you wish to remain anonymous. You will also be asked for an email address. You may fill in this field with any entry in an email format, e.g. your email name at youremailprovider.com. Your microphone will be automatically muted. When the chairperson asks for public testimony, you may click the raise hand button found on your Zoom screen to indicate that you wish to testify about an agenda item. The chairperson will individually enable each testifier to unmute their microphone. When recognized by the chairperson, please unmute your microphone before speaking and mute your microphone after you have finished speaking. If you only have phone access and you cannot get internet access, you may get audio-only access by calling the phone number listed above on the printed notice and agenda. Upon dialing the number, you will be prompted to enter the meeting ID, which is also listed. After entering the meeting ID, you will be asked to either enter your panelist number or wait to be admitted into the meeting. If you are a member of the public, you will not have a panelist number, so please wait until you are admitted into the meeting. When the chairperson asks for public testimony, you may indicate you want to testify by entering asterisk and then 9 on your phone's keypad. After entering asterisk and 9, a voice prompt will let you know that the host of the meeting has been notified. When recognized by the chairperson, you may unmute yourself by pressing asterisk 6 on your phone. A voice prompt will let you know that you are unmuted. Once you are finished speaking, please enter asterisk 6 again to mute yourself. For both internet and phone access when testifying, you will be asked to identify yourself and the organization, if any, that you represent. Each testifier will be limited to 3 minutes of testimony per agenda item.
Thank you, Victor. Okay, I misspoke. Let's jump to agenda item 4, welcome remarks. I'd like to welcome Interim Chief from the Kauai Police Department, Elliot Kalani K. I'm sorry we couldn't meet in person, but I'd like to welcome you to the board. I know it's a lot of materials all at once, but I'd like to officially welcome you to this important project here.
Thank you, Adrian. I'm excited to be here. I was able to review whatever was sent over, and yeah, I'm willing to help out in whatever way I need to.
Fantastic. Okay, and then Chief Logan is, you said Roddy Van, Interim Chief Roddy Vanek is also available?
Yeah, he's in the room now, Adrian.
Hi, good morning. Welcome aboard.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, let's turn to agenda item 3 regarding the approval of the March 6, 2025 and April 9, 2025 open session meeting minutes. Any discussion? I do have one comment. It doesn't affect the minutes. However, it doesn't affect editing the minutes. On page or in item number 5, subsection B, with regards to the vice chair nomination, Sherry Bird, Assistant Chief Sherry Bird from the Hawaii County Police Department did submit her name in. There was some confusion. She later withdrew her name due to her term limit expiring on June 30th of 2025, but she is allowed to stay as a holdover. And for the record, I think Craig's term also is at the same time commensurate with Assistant Chief Bird's term, but Craig and Sherry are allowed to stay on as holdovers. So I'd just like to reflect that for today's. It doesn't require editing the minutes, but is there a motion to approve the March 6th minutes as is?
So moved.
Thank you, Matt. Is there a second?
Second,
That was
Mike Lambert, second.
awesome. Okay. Turning to the April 9 minutes. Discussion. With regards to the minutes, I looked at 92.9, HRS section 92.9. If an electronic, and I'm looking at 92.9 subsection A, subsection 4, written minutes shall include at a minimum, if an electronic audio or video recording of the meeting is available, a link to the electronic audio or video recording of the meeting to be placed at the beginning of the minutes. So just to make sure we're trying to comply with sunshine requirements, I would ask Victor to insert, and with the help of Brandon, insert the link to the April 9 meeting at the top of the minutes. Any objection, discussion? Okay, hearing none. With regards to section 4 under administrator's report, it reads, Administrator McCraw provided the board with an update on development since the March 6th meeting. He reported that the job task analysis request for proposal had been officially published on April 1, 2025, and outreach to research partners was ongoing. I don't think that is correct. I would like to delete officially published on April 1, 2025, and replace that with drafted for board approval, so that the sentence would read, he reported that the job task analysis request for proposal had been drafted for board approval and outreach to research partners was ongoing. Any objection, discussion? Okay. The last sentence in subsection 1 under that, he notes the drafts were under internal formatting and legal review and would be presented to the board once finalized. I would like to strike legal. I think we all looked at it. I don't know if our eyes counts as a legal review. I'd like a deputy attorney general to look at that, and that would probably fit better for quote unquote legal review. So I'd like to strike legal review from that sentence as well. With those two corrections, any objection or discussion? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the minutes as so amended?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Thank you, Chief Logan. Thank you, Matt. Okay, moving to agenda item 5, selection of a board vice chair.
Excuse me, Adrian. Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt.
Nope.
Is there going to be a vote on those two motions that are on the table now?
Thank you, Lori. Do we have to do a roll call vote, or are there any objections? Lori, what's the?
You can
Oh.
do a roll call vote, or you could ask if there are any objections. Either way works, as long as it's noted how everyone voted.
Okay. Any objections to the approval of the March 6 minutes as amended or as noted? Hearing none, I guess it's approved unanimously. Same for the April 9 minutes as amended. Any objection? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, hearing no objection.
Aye.
Okay. So approved. Moving to agenda item number 5, selection of a board vice chair. I don't know, I think we're in uncharted territory for this with Chief Logan retiring. So I would think the vice chair position is up for grabs. If anyone would so want it. Discussion.
Adrian, are you guys asking for people volunteering or just to discuss the process?
I'm asking for anyone to volunteer.
I'll volunteer. I'll fill in for now, or this year.
Fantastic. Anyone else? Can we vote on this, Lori?
Yes, I recommend their standard motion and second process.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve Director Mike Lambert as the vice chair of the Law Enforcement Standards Board?
Adrian, I'll make that motion.
Is there a second? Thank you, Chief Logan.
Second, Craig Tanaka.
Thank you, Craig. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any nays? Congratulations, Director. We got ourselves a vice chair.
Thank you.
Okay. I want to jump to item number 7 with regards to the review and approval of the job task analysis request for proposals. Did everyone get a chance to review both? Or what was in the RFP itself, the request for proposal? And I think accompanying that was the document entitled LESB JTA alternate compressed timeline. Discussion, anyone? Okay, I'd like to thank Victor for putting the boots on the ground and getting this done. I have specific points. I want to turn to page 5 under section 2.11 regarding under purpose, under legislative mandates and setting minimum training standards. There's 4 areas regarding de-escalation, crisis intervention, implicit bias awareness, mental health and substance abuse response, and multicultural competence. And I'm throwing this out for discussion. I'll leave it to the law enforcement professionals. Is there room to add a component for mental health and well-being for police officers as part of the curriculum or core competency? I think that might go a long way in terms of job retention, job satisfaction, et cetera, et cetera. I'd like to see that added as part of the training standards.
Yeah, I like that, Adrian. I'm a big advocate for that. We always focus so much on caring for the community that sometimes we skip over caring for each other. So I would like that to be kind of a required curriculum, if everyone agrees.
Yeah, Chief, or Deputy Chief Anik here, I fully concur. I think that's super important. It sends a good message to our officers too, that as chiefs, as a standards board, that we care about them. It sends a strong message. 100% concur.
Okay, great. Anybody else? Victor, can you note that?
Yes, are you able to hear me through my earbuds?
Yep.
Hopefully my echo is gone. Under section 2.5, is that correct?
Under section 2.11.
2.11. And for clarity, the job task analysis is not directly associated with the curriculum, but it will direct the offerers or whoever the contractor is for the job task analysis to specifically measure what the agencies are doing now in that area of training and come up with a proposed standard for the state.
Good. Okay. With regards to page 10, section 2.4, titled Participating Agencies and Operational Scope. They have the following, all 6 major law enforcement agencies. There are numbers listed. I just want to confirm that those numbers are correct. HPD, it says employs approximately 2,000 to 2,100 sworn officers. Is that correct?
Yeah, Adrian, that's correct.
Okay. Kauai County, we don't have them. Assistant Chief Okamoto, can you confirm? It has 350 to 360.
That Total or sworn?
Sworn officers.
Yeah, that's as far as like that's where our workforce, not counting
Right.
all that, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Chief K. I have employs approximately 160 to 170 sworn officers.
Yes, that's accurate.
Thank you. Director Lambert, I got 200.
It's higher than that. Jared, what is our staffing or our full staff numbers?
Adrian, it's about 350.
350 sworn officers. Thank you. Chief Radula, I have 1 to 120 regarding DoCare conservation officers.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate. Somewhere in that
Thank you.
range is where we're at.
Thank you. On page 20, under section 4.1.3, the proposal submittal address. It has an email address of lesb@hawaii.gov. That address is not live, correct, Victor?
It is not, but that was going to be one of my topics when we cover the website and
Okay.
access for the board.
That's where we want to get to, but it's not live yet, right? So we'll have to go with what we have right now. Under 4.15, proposal preparation costs. Currently says offerers are solely responsible for all costs associated. LESB assumes no obligation for any costs incurred by offerers, including but not limited to preparation, submission, or participation in selection interviews. I'd like to insert travel. Preparation, comma, travel, comma, submission, or participation in selection interviews, if there's any objection. Discussion. Thank you. With next page 21, under subsection 4.3.4, error in submitted proposals. I think there are 3 mentions of IADLES in paragraph A and 1 mention of IADLES in paragraph B. I'd like to change that to the LESB. And on page 26, under section 5.2.1, minimum qualifications, in subsection paragraph A1, the offeror has successfully completed at least 2 projects of comparable size and scope to the JTA outlined in this RFP. I'd like to add substance. 2 projects of comparable size, substance, and scope to the JTA outlined in this RFP. Any objection? Okay. Any objection to approving the RFP with those amendments we just discussed? Or is there a motion to approve the RFP subject to, I want to say, Attorney General administrative review for compliance with the state of Hawaii procurement requirements?
So moved.
Thank you, Matt. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Vice Chair. The second item associated with that is the timeline. I think what's listed, I'd like to go with that the document entitled alternate compressed timeline, 48 days instead of 72 days. Obviously, this document is a long time coming. With the board being around since 2018, we've managed to survive, and since then with no funding. I'm hoping we can get this done within the 48 days, or at least the vendors can come back and we can get this process done. So I'd like to approve, or I'd like the is there a motion to approve the alternate compressed timeline? At least that's what we're aiming for.
Sorry, Adrian, could you just clarify for the record if there was a unanimous vote on the first motion to approve that RFP with the notations and subject to DAG review?
Sure. For the record, any objections to the motion made by Matt Devanch to approve the RFP subject with the noted corrections subject to AG administrative review? Any objections? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Motion carries. Let's see. And just to be clear, can we get a motion that any recommendations or any recommended changes from the AG's administrative review can be adopted without full board approval? I don't want this thing to get hung up. It's hard getting meetings as is. I'd like to get this done without having to reconvene the board all over again.
Hi, Adrian, just a recommendation to clarify that they would be technical, non-substantive changes.
Those are the magic words I was looking for. Thank you. If there are substantive, then it'll have to come back, but that is the motion I was hoping for.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Jared. Is there a second?
A second.
Thank you, Matt. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
objections,
Aye.
any nays? Hearing none. Okay, motion carried. Thank you, thank you. With regards to item number 8, discussion of proposed staff position descriptions.
Sorry,
Um,
Adrian, I apologize
yep.
for interjecting. I think I had previously jumped in before you were able to entertain a motion to approve the condensed timeline, 48 days from 72 days. I think you were about
Okay.
to entertain a motion for that.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the compressed, formally approve, have formal board approval for the compressed timeline?
Chief Logan, I make a motion.
Thank you, Chief.
I'll second.
Thank you, Gary. Any objection? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Motion approved. Thank you, everyone, for moving this along. With regards to item 8, discussion of proposed staff position descriptions. The position descriptions, any objections, or can we approve them? I think the only fix I would suggest is changing the letterhead. I think it still had the Oversight Commission letterhead on it. That's an easy fix to swap out and put our letterhead, but we would like to thank Kristen Johnson and her staff for helping Victor with this administrative process. So other than that, can the board approve the position descriptions the 3 position descriptions that were shared? Is there a motion?
Chair, I'll make a motion to accept the 3 position descriptions.
Thank you, Craig. Is there a second?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Before a vote, Chairman,
Yes.
for full disclosure, the 3 positions listed are a snapshot in time of the development that I'm working on. Those positions have not changed. They will remain the change, but there are additional positions, and I'll have those available for the next board meeting.
Thank you. And I would like to add that the management assistant, the confidential secretary to the administrator, and the training and curriculum coordinator are positions that are envisioned, but that we currently don't have funding for. I know the fiscal year and the timing of budget approval, but we want the public to know that we're trying to move and get the board stood up. And this is trying to lay the groundwork for our upcoming budget request to the legislature. So with that in mind, I would like to get the position descriptions approved. And the next step would be to work with the AG, HR, and hopefully send this over to DHERD for their approval as well. Currently, the status was these three positions were, it was a question of whether they would be deemed exempt or civil service. Any discussion on whether there's a preference that they should be civil service or exempt? Any thoughts?
Chairman, would you like me to share what Kristen Johnson shared with me about her experience?
Sure.
For flexibility of the board, and especially because its duties are brand new, even though the board's been around since 2018, the actual administration of the statutorily required duties are new. She advised in no uncertain terms that these be exempt positions that the board has control over, so that they are able to make changes and make proposals for duties that do not currently exist, because very few of the positions that we will be acquiring currently exist anywhere else in state government, and that they are what's necessary to accomplish the board's mission. In other words, instead of hiring 5 people under current HR designated positions, we could hire 1 or 2, combining those duties into an exempt position that we're able to fund properly for the person to have the qualifications that we would need.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it would make it easier to have the salaries, have a competitive salary as well if they were deemed exempt and not civil service, correct?
Yes.
Okay. With that in mind, is there a motion? I think we're going to take the vote on Craig's motion to approve the position descriptions as amended, with Mike seconding the motion. So all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any nays?
Aye.
Okay, hearing none. Thank you. Motion carried. Okay. I know Josh has been waiting. Well, let's take up item number 10, discussion of Act 210, the statewide vehicular pursuit policy. I think we inadvertently failed to include Act 210 in the board packet, but I'd like to take the testimony since Josh has been waiting for some time. So Josh, 3 minutes, the floor is yours. Uh-oh.
Thank you. Can you all see and hear me?
Perfect, please.
Okay, thank you, Adrian. And just to be clear, I'd also like to comment on the administrative rules on certification, decertification.
Got it.
Yes, okay, well, thank you. Nice to see all of you. Yeah, so my comment here is I just wanted, to introduce myself, I'm Josh Parker. I'm Deputy Director of Policy for the Policing Project at NYU School of Law. We drafted a comprehensive model statute on police pursuits and have consulted with various states and state AG offices and post boards on developing smart evidence-based pursuit policies, and Act 210 was something that we also have testified on and worked on. And just in this brief testimony, I wanted to emphasize that the board has really important responsibilities that are delegated from Act 210. The act fully delegates to the board to issue guidance and regulation on pursuit intervention tools and tactics. Things like ramming and pit maneuvers. These are potentially dangerous vehicle contact actions that, as you all know, there should be kind of pretty firm guidance around those. And then there are kind of tools like spike strips or use of roadblocks or tactics such as channelization, where the act doesn't say anything about that. So the board really has a lot of leeway to include smart guidance on that. And I would recommend certainly consulting the 2023 Police Executive Research Forum and Department of Justice Community Policing Comprehensive Report on Pursuits, which was drafted by a group of police chiefs and lieutenants from across the country. And I'd also encourage the board to, in its pursuit regulations, have procedures for supervisory review of police pursuits and supervisory policies. We are happy to assist if we could ever be of assistance. And that's all my testimony on pursuits for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Comments? I'd like to ask the chiefs that are here or from the departments that are here, your current policies already require supervisory review of all vehicular pursuits, correct?
Yeah, Adrian, for HPD, we have a policy review board that meets, reviews each pursuit, explains in detail what happens, and what the outcomes are, was everybody in compliance with the policy. That includes dispatchers, includes supervisors. It's held at the major rank for all supervision, and then if there's any disciplinary action, it makes recommendations on that. Or if anything's got to go back to be rechecked, it makes further recommendations on further investigations into actions that may be outside the board's purview.
Yeah, additionally, this is Deputy Chief Vanek. During the actual pursuit itself, our policy requires that the pursuit itself is monitored at the supervisory level. It allows not only the officer, but any supervisor to be able to terminate a pursuit at any time. Also, our policies are modeled after PERF's recommendations and IACP. And I'd also like to point out that PERF and IACP does acknowledge that there are different models of pursuit policies, model pursuit policies that they recognize that allow both complete non-pursuit, monitored pursuit, and pursuit that allows officer discretion with supervisory oversight, which we allow based on proper training. So I'd like to point that out, and we engage in extensive training and also annual recall training. So our officers are very well trained. And like Chief pointed out too, we do have an extensive review policy after each and every single pursuit. So just wanted to point that out.
Thank you. Any questions for Josh? Okay, thank you. I would also add the comment that in researching HB 277, the board solicited the pursuit data from all of the departments for the last several years. I'm hoping to get approval from all of the departments to publish that on the board's website for purposes of transparency, so the public can see just how many pursuits there are from each agency. I want to say the number has significantly decreased in recent years. I think Kauai, there was only one, and DoCare, there were none, and the numbers are very small, but we're hoping to get that data published on our website as well. So any other discussion on Act 210 regarding vehicular pursuit? Hearing none. Okay, I'd like to recommend, because we have all of the policies unredacted from all of the agencies, is there a motion to have Victor kind of draft a model policy for the board review that complies with Act 210?
So moved.
Thank you, Matt. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mike. I think the deadlines are coming up for, I want to say until 2027, but all in favor of having Victor draft the model policy for the board review? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any nays, any opposed? Hearing none. Okay, motion carried. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Adrian, or excuse me, Chairman Dakwa. Who made the motion and who second?
I want to say it was Matt and Mike. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so I want to say let's deal with the main topic that was on the calendar for today, which is agenda item number 6, discussion and permitted interaction group assignments on the draft administrative rules. I note Josh Parker wanted to submit testimony. Josh, are you still there?
He entered a
Okay,
comment
Josh.
in the chat.
Okay, the floor is yours. 3 minutes.
Thank you. It just takes a second to activate me again, but I'm back. I already introduced myself. We also, in addition to having a draft pursuit model policy, we have a draft officer screening, background check, and decertification model policy, and have worked with multiple state posts, including New Jersey and Minnesota, both to set up their new decertification regimes and to bolster them. And I wanted to take a moment to briefly praise those, whether it was the administrator or Adrian or others who put together these draft rules. They're clearly quite thoughtful, thorough, and clearly evidence a close study of some of the best practices in different states. So I wanted to start with that. With that said, when the time comes, there's the timeline for proposed rulemaking. We do have feedback to make the rules even stronger, and while respecting officers' due process rights, but adhering to best practices. And just to give one example as a preview of that, the best practice generally is anytime a new officer gets hired, even if they're already certified, there should be some sort of background check that the post or the Law Enforcement Standards Board requires the agency to conduct. Whereas the rules as written have a background check required upon certification, which is super important. We would recommend that occur anytime an agency hires a new officer. There are other comments to make, but I know this is not necessarily the forum to make them. But if the board, as they are refining the rules, could use any assistance or technical assistance, we would be more than happy to help, as we've helped other post boards in this area. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. Members, any questions? Josh, I have a couple of comments. You said Minnesota, and you mentioned another jurisdiction?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay. And you still have my email address, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Please send me what you mentioned. I'd love to take a look at that as well.
Sure.
And just to be clear, all of the credit for the rule drafting goes to Victor. He's the subject matter expert, so that's a result of having an administrator on board. Okay.
Great job, sir.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank
Any
you.
other questions? No? Okay, thank you. Okay. The document entitled Rules Review Roadmap. In discussing this with Victor, I thought the easiest way to go about this was to have the board members assigned to specific chapters, kind of review it, discuss it, see if you can come to consensus if you can, any suggestions, and then we can all circle back and report back and see how it fits all together. With the sunshine requirements regarding permitted interaction groups, I want to be clear. Well, let me ask, of the board members present, how many have prior experience with the permitted interaction group under the sunshine law? I see Director Lambert. Anyone else?
I have never served on a permitted interaction group, but I have advised boards on permitted interaction groups.
That's even better. Okay, fantastic. I didn't include Chief Logan. I see your hand up.
Oh, we do. We also have.
Fantastic. Yes. Okay. I didn't include this, but the statute that we're all referencing is HRS 92-2.5 for all the board members. If you get a chance, pull that up. That's what we're trying to navigate around. The easiest way to break this down into subgroups is I will take volunteers, or I'll start drafting in terms of which member wants to tackle which chapters. As noted in the rules review roadmap, Group A would be responsible for chapters 1, 2, and 9 regarding general provision, certification, and waivers. Group B, chapters 3, 4, and 5 regarding training instructor standards, training credit, and continuing education. Group C is professional standards and ethical conduct, data management. And Group D is the certification action procedures. At this time, I'll take volunteers, otherwise I can just assign them. However you prefer. And I already, I'd hate to assign non-absent members to groups, but I'd like to get the ball rolling. Any volunteers who wants to sign up for which group?
Agent, I'm sorry, which document was that on? That we can read the list?
That's the rules review roadmap.
Chair Dakwa,
Yes.
if you have not pre-assigned me somewhere, because I don't have any particular background with any of these types of groups, but if it's Group C.
Thank you, Craig.
Adrian, I'll volunteer for Group B.
Fantastic.
Adrian, I'll jump on group B as well.
Thank you, Chief K.
Adrian, how many people do you need per group?
So Group A is 4, Group B is 4. The professional conduct and data oversight, it says 4. I would reduce that to 3.
Okay. This is Chief Vanek. Can I jump in with Mike Dem then too in B?
Fantastic. Okay. I was going to reduce the professional conduct and data oversight to 3 members. I would note that the board currently has 14 members on paper. There's 18 slots. We have 4 vacancies. This way it's 4, 4, 3, and 3. And if my math is mathing, I think that would make everyone assigned to at least one group. And again, I would like to think that the expectation is not perfection, but just have a cogent discussion. And it's still going to be subject to legal review, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to expect we're going to get everything right on the first go around. So no pressure. Anyone else want to volunteer? Otherwise, you're going to get drafted into one of these.
You can stick me in A.
Jared in A. Okay. I will join you in A. Let's see.
Yeah, Chair, Jason Redula, put me in A.
Thank you, Jason. Okay.
Chair Dakwa and Brandon, do we have anyone from Hawaii County yet? Or waiting? Okay. One of my recommendations was to make sure that Bobby Cavaco is in Group D because of content at the very least.
That's what I had in mind as well. I will let him know. Let's see. Who would be missing?
Chair, where are we at right now? As far as
Group A, I need one more member.
If nobody else wants it, then Department of Taxation we'll do that.
Okay, thank you, Gary. So Group A regarding general provision certification waivers is filled with Jared Redula, Jason Redula, me, and Gary. Group B, training and continuing education, I have Director Lambert, Chief K, excuse me, Interim Chief Roddy Vanek. We need one more member.
I can put MPD down for that.
Thank you, AC. Okay. Matt.
Chair, wherever you feel the Attorney General can be most helpful would be fine.
I'll put you down in Group C with Craig.
Perfect.
Regarding professional conduct and data oversight. Okay. That leaves Chief Ben, Harry, Kobojiri, Sherry Bird. Is that everybody? Okay. I will assign Harry with Craig and Matt. And put Chief Ben, Sherry Bird, and Bobby in Group D. Thank you for volunteering. Any objections or any comments, further discussion on this? There was a proposed timeline attached on the rules review roadmap timeline. Third page. I think what's listed as the August 14, 2025 entry listed as a LESB special progress meeting. I would leave that to the groups and not a full board meeting. I would like the full board to reconvene on September 11. And my understanding with the way the pigs work is if the group has a consensus and is ready to report back, then you can go ahead and do so at the September 11 meeting. If you need more time, then you cannot do an interim report back and just let Victor know that you need more time. I would hope that the discussions would be somewhat substantive, or I take that back. At the report back, it has to be discussed. The pigs recommendations have to be discussed at the subsequent meeting, right? Lori?
Yes, so it's essentially, this is the first meeting where you're outlining the scope and responsibility of the PIG. The second meeting will be to receive the recommendations, findings, and then the third meeting would be for any deliberation and action.
Perfect. Okay, I'd like to label the September 11 meeting, at least put that on the agenda, the report back for groups A and B, if possible. And if the pigs need more time, then so be it, but at least be a little aggressive in terms of the scheduling. That's 2 months out. And then the groups C and D hopefully can report back on October 9 at the LESB board meeting. And I don't think we need to formally vote to approve the timeline, but I think that's what we're aiming for. Any further discussion? Okay. Moving to agenda item number 9, the administrative report. Victor.
Before Victor starts, Adrian, I have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
run my next meeting. Is that okay?
1, 2, 1. We will have 9, so we will not have quorum. So we'll take a break. Is there based on the lack of quorum, if Gary leaves, is there a motion to adjourn at this time and defer the remaining agenda items to the next meeting?
I make a motion
Chairman
to,
Dockwell, are there action items pending or or only discussion items?
I don't believe there are any action items pending.
Chair, I just want to make sure and ask Lori whether the permitted interaction groups have to be voted on by the board. Approved by the board. If so, I think we should do that before Gary has to leave.
Assignment by the chair is sufficient.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So are we free to adjourn if a motion carries without losing any of our progress, Lori?
Yes, that's fine.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn, or whoever.
Everybody's.
Okay, motion by Mike, second by HPD. We'll just put that down. Any objections?
None.
Hearing none. I want to thank everyone for their time and attention. I know this is a big lift, so thank you, everyone. I'll see you at the next meeting.
All right, thank you.
It's my last meeting, so good luck to you all.
Sorry, just to clarify, that was no objections to the adjournment, so it was unanimously passed.
Yes.
Okay, no objections. Thank you.
No objection.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, we are adjourned.
Hello.